guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this very simple dress. This is not going to take you any time. So basically what I have here is just my fabric folded into two, right? You see, this is just a fabric. You will need like even less than 1 yard to make this, but you need another color to add to it, right? So I'm using a cara for this, and then the strappy thing in front, the fringe thing, is going to be a plain fabric. So basically the fabric is folded into two, and the width I have here is just the widest part of her body, be it her chest or her hip, any one. So this is for a 2-year going to 3, almost 3 years old, right? So and we're starting with the back panel. The width I have is just her widest, her bust and her hip, they are the same measurement, 22. So it doesn't really matter. So that measurement 22 divided by 4 is going to be 5.5, right? And then I added about extra 1, 2 and extra 3 inches to it, right? Because it's going to be an A-line dress. So this is, like I said, you're starting with the back panel, and then the shoulder to the knee, because I want it just on her knee, is about 20 inches, right? So I added 1.5 to it, half an inch of joining the shoulder and 1 inch of folding the end of the dress. So now what you're going to do is a sleeveless dress. So you're going to divide her shoulder by 2, and her shoulder measurement is 10 divided by 2 is 5. I'm going to take away half an inch from it, right? So I'm working with 4.5 because it's going to be a sleeveless. If it's not sleeveless, you can just go ahead and insert your sleeve, right, and just use the regular shoulder measurement. But this half an inch is because it's not going to be it's going to be a sleeveless, sorry. So now you're going to insert her armhole, and the armhole I'm working with is about 11 inches divided by 2 is going to be here. I'm going to go ahead and mark that here, and then I'm going to come down here by half an inch for the shoulder slope, right? And then I'm going to come in on the neckline by 2 inches, and then I'm going to just connect it here to the half an inch of shoulder slope that I already marked, right? And then you're going to give it a curve right here. And then on this armhole line, you're going to divide it by, you're going to insert her chest divided by 4, which, like I said before, is 5.5, because her chest is 22, right? And then I'm going to do extra half an inch of ease, right? You can do 1 inch of ease. It depends on how free you want it on her. You can do 1 inch of ease, 0.75 inch of ease, it depends on you, and then your 1 inch of sewing allowance. That's what I'm going to mark now. So once that is done, I'm going to take my ruler and blend it down to the end of this dress. I'm going to angle it like an A-line dress, right? Just like this. And once that is done, you're going to come up here by, let's say, half an inch, because you know if you cut it straight, it's going to be pointy here. So I'm just going to come up here by half an inch, and then you're going to just blend it into the end of this dress this way. So that's basically all you have to do. So now all I'm going to do now is just to cut from here. Like I said, this is the back panel, because the front. So guys, what I cut out is just the armhole part, the shoulder slope, the half an inch we took away from the shoulder, right? And then I came down 1 inch for the back neckline, cut out the side, and then cut this side out too, like the part that blended into this part. So guys, now, like I said, this is just our back panel, right? So to trace the front, I just put my pepper behind this, right? And this part here is going to be on a fold, because this is what I'm going to use to cut the front. I took it out from here, which the back is also on a fold. So when I take it to cut the front, I'll make sure that the front fabric I'm cutting is also on a fold, right? So guys, what I'm going to do is from the line of this, my armhole, remember my armhole divided by 2 was 11, right? So I'm going to go up 1 inch from that point, and then I'm going to rule a line across this way. So this is where I'm going to cut it open in front. Guys, if you want, you can use your paper to trace exactly the whole body of this dress, but that's not necessary. It's like wasting paper. So I'm going to show you guys how you're going to just do it simple, and it's not going to waste your time. So all you have to do now is just to take this here, and then you see I've slit it this way, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it, because this is where the slit is going to come in, the fringe thing is going to come in. And then I'm going to take my fabric, This fabric is also folded the same way as the back, right? It's just the same fabric, but except the only difference here is that this one here, I added extra 1 inch to it, right? It's 1 inch longer than this. If you look at it now, you see it's 1 inch longer. Just that's the difference, but the width is the same. Everything is the same, except it's just 1 inch longer than the because this is the front, this is the back. So guys, you see what I was saying? You're going to just take it, pin it down, and bring in that 1 inch. Like I said, this one is longer by 1 inch, right? The front is longer by 1 inch in the length, but the width of the fabric is the same. But I cut it in such a way that one is longer. So now what I'm going to do is I pin down after dividing the paper, I pin the upper one here, and then make sure I have that 1 inch in between here, because the reason is that I'm going to split that 1 inch into 2, right? So guys, once you mark this line in between here, half an inch is going for the top, half an inch is going for the bottom, right? Because you're going to slide it on this line. So guys, the next thing you're going to do is from the line on this your armhole part, you can go ahead and place your ruler here and just mark your normal A line, because like I said, the width of the two fabrics are the same. So you can use this as the guide to mark the A line, just like we did for the front, right? Or if you find it difficult to do, and also remember to go and remove the half an inch on the bottom here, come up on the edge here. If you find it hard to do, one thing you can do is just to fold this fabric and use your armhole here as the mark, right? To know where the half length of this one, where this half starts, right? And then just place it this way. You see, that means it starts here. Place it this way, and then use this here to trace out the bottom part, right? So I'm just going to use it here. From here, I'm going to divide it into 2 here, and then I'm going to just use this one here and just trace out the bottom here. So cut from here out, and then trace out the lower part too, right? And then you can also go ahead and remove this bit of the armhole that you're supposed to cut out like this. The same thing for the front. You're going to take it this way. Sorry, for the top, you're going to take it this way, cut from here, cut into your armhole this way to the top, cut out the tip of this part here. And then the next thing you're going to do is just to lower the neckline, because the difference between the front and the back is that the front is going to come down maybe 3 inches for your front neckline. So you can come down here, and this is going to be the neckline in front, right? So that's basically all you have to do. You remove the paper, and then you go ahead and, so I'm going to take this out now, right? I have this here. So all I have to do is just to take the fringe, and then I'm going to insert it in between here. And once I sew it down, I'm going to have a complete body style. It's going to be the same length as the front again, right? So I'm going to go and make the fringe. I'm using this fabric here, this pink fabric. You can, because there's pink on my this main bodice here, right? It depends on you what you want to do, guys. You can make it the same length as this from half of this to the length of the cloth, or you can make it shorter. It depends on you what you want to do, and you don't have to make all of them the same length, right? So guys, this is it here. You can make yours fuller than this, like you can make it like close up, but I just want a few of them. And you see the pattern I used here, the 2 sides are shorter, then next to this one, and then the 2 center ones are longer. Guys, you can just do anything you want. If you want, you can just keep on sewing straps, but you don't want to do too much and then it's crowded, right? So now once you've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is to take out the front panel, the top of it. You see the pattern here, remove the paper. Like I said, it's supposed to be on a fold, and what I'm going to do is just to take this here, sew it down, right? Just take it, sew it from one end to the other. So once this is done, the next thing you have to do is this here. So you see the back, I slit it open at least 5 inches down, and then what I did was to add a facing. You can use any fabric for this. This is just because this doesn't have a zip, and you want her head to be able to fit in, right? So that's why I just sew this down here. And then the next thing you're going to do is to just, after cutting it open, you're going to take it and flip it in, because remember, this is the right side of my fabric, right? I'm going to take this here, flip it in, and top stitch it, so that way I've given it a clean finish here, right? And once you do that, so you're going to take it, top stitch it so that it will lay flat, iron it out. And then I'm going to take my bodice, join the shoulder to the shoulder, use bias to run through the armhole, close it up and fold. So guys, this is it here. As I was making it, I wanted to use a bias, but as I was doing it, I figured it didn't look really nice to me, so I wanted more pink added to the clothes. But if you want, you can just use bias and finish up your sleeve. It doesn't matter, because you see I've used bias on the neckline. I wanted to use the same bias here, but I just decided, since I still have some of this pink left, let me just give it this type of sleeve. This type of sleeve can still work even if you take your shoulder in, because this type of sleeve that has this ruffle is supposed to be right inside of your shoulder, right? But if it's like the basic sleeve, like the normal sleeve without this puff and opening, yeah, then you can't take away that half an inch on the shoulder. You have to make it to be right at the edge of the shoulder so that it can be fitted, like if you're making a fitted sleeve, right? But since it's just this type of ruffled sleeve, I can get away with adding it to an already sleeveless bodice, right? So what I have here is just, let me tell you guys what I have here. So this is the one for this side of the sleeve. This is what it looks like. So remember, the armhole I'm working with is about 11.11, right, which is 5.5 if you divide it by 2. But then I have extra, about the width I have here is extra. I added extra 3 inches to it, right? So the armhole divided by 2 plus extra 3 inches, and the length is just about 4 inches is what I have as the length. So I need 1 inch to fold the edge here, just to get it this way. 1 inch to fold the edge, and then I'm going to use half an inch to join it to the body. By the time I'm done, the body of this sleeve will be about 2.5, right? So I'm just going to put in this other side and close up the dress. And guys, as you can see, for the back, the neckline I used, the bias I used for the neckline, when I came to this end, I also folded it. It just looks something like this, folded it so that I can make a button loop, because there's going to be a button on the other side. Let me turn it around so you guys would see. So this is the back here. So there's going to be a button here, which I've not put in, and then you see the loop is just a folded piece of the bias coming from the neckline. So for the sleeve, when you're joining it, you just basically sew it straight. But then because the width of this sleeve is wider than the opening, just when you get to this top part here, you pleat it, gather it a little bit at the top, and then use up the rest to close it up, right? So if you want, you can start from the end here to join it, stop, go back, join this side, stop, and then whatever is left in between, you just gather it on top of the highest part of the shoulder. That's another easy way to do it, because remember, the length we are using here is the armhole divided by 2, and then plus extra 3 inches, so that's a lot. So you're going to have extra fabric left, so you're going to use it to make the puffiness at the top of the shoulder. So guys, this is it here. The dress is ready. So you see what it looks like. This is like a very easy dress you can do with less than a yard, depending on the size of the child. So this is it here. This is the front, and then this is the back. Yeah. So like I said, I've gone ahead and put in the button. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please guys, like, share and subscribe. Bye.